Have you ever looked around and genuinely wondered why it seems so few people truly thrive and maintain their vibrancy and sharp minds well past the age of 80? Perhaps you've even noticed in your own life or among cherished friends those subtle, gradual changes that make you pause and consider the future. Reaching 80 years old is, without a doubt, a profound and beautiful milestone, a remarkable testament to a life fully lived. Yet what if I told you that sustaining your physical strength, your clear memory, and your precious independence far beyond this age isn't merely about good fortune or chance, but about uncovering and understanding four quiet yet incredibly powerful underlying factors? These aren't the subjects people openly discuss until, sometimes tragically, it's already too late. Many individuals are entirely unaware of how profoundly these unseen issues are quietly eroding their daily energy, diminishing their cherished memory, and impacting their overall well-being, often without recognizing the problem until significant changes have already manifested. In this important video, we are not just going to touch upon these challenges. We are going to courageously reveal the four fundamental reasons why many struggle to live long and truly live well after 80. This isn't based on theories or guesswork. These insights are firmly supported by decades of rigorous medical research and invaluable firsthand experience. Once you truly grasp these often overlooked factors, you'll quickly realize that the aim isn't to live indefinitely, but rather to powerfully safeguard your strength, uphold your cherished independence, and protect your invaluable peace of mind for as long as humanly possible. Make sure to stay with us until the very end, because the fourth and final insight we will share might very well be the one that surprises you most, and could potentially be the most crucial of all. Let's begin this vital discussion now. One of the most significant and often hidden threats to health after 80 doesn't originate from external forces, but rather begins subtly within the body itself. This silent internal struggle is what doctors sometimes refer to as inflammaging, a chronic low-grade inflammation that quietly and persistently damages cells, tissues, and organs without initially causing any obvious distressing symptoms. Over many years, this insidious process can relentlessly wear down the body from the inside out, affecting every system and gradually chipping away at overall resilience. This type of inflammation differs significantly from the acute swelling you might notice after a sprain or a sudden cut. It's an internal, ongoing buildup, accumulating over years due to a myriad of factors such as prolonged stress, the consistent consumption of processed foods, insufficient sleep, a lack of regular physical movement, and even exposure to various environmental toxins. While it might not trigger immediate pain or discomfort, this subtle internal fire profoundly affects nearly every aspect of your health. Your heart's function, your brain's clarity, your joints' flexibility, and even the robust strength of your immune system. Consider the story of George, an 82-year-old man who consistently maintained healthy habits. He didn't smoke, rarely drank alcohol, and made sure to walk every single day. Despite his seemingly good lifestyle, he frequently experienced inexplicable tiredness, a noticeable stiffness in his joints, and a persistent mental fogginess, even when routine blood work showed normal results. It wasn't until he consulted with a specialist that advanced tests revealed significantly elevated levels of inflammatory markers throughout his system, not indicative of a major disease, but rather years of quiet, underlying inflammation subtly simmering in the background. As we age, the body's natural capacity to effectively manage and neutralize inflammation diminishes considerably. Consequently, issues that might have been easily dismissed in one's 50s or 60s, such as occasional processed snacks, prolonged periods of sitting, or consistent poor sleep, begin to exert a much heavier, more damaging toll after the age of 80. This unchecked inflammation relentlessly erodes the body's inherent resilience, dramatically increasing the risk of serious conditions like dementia, heart disease, and increasing overall frailty. The unsettling truth is, most individuals remain completely unaware that this quiet process is occurring within their bodies. Yet here lies a powerful truth and a source of great hope. Some of the most effective strategies for combating inflammation are remarkably simple and readily accessible, often without any cost. Adopting a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods, engaging in daily gentle walks, and prioritizing restorative sleep are profound steps, While none of these efforts yield immediate overnight transformations, every single positive change contributes significantly to lowering this internal flame. And with reduced inflammation, your body is granted a far greater chance to remain vigorous and healthy, truly flourishing long after 80. Beyond these silent internal processes, there exists another profound challenge that often goes unnoticed until its effects become undeniable: the progressive loss of muscle, which inevitably leads to weakness and an increased risk of falls. After the age of 60, the human body naturally begins to lose a certain amount of muscle mass each year, a process that noticeably accelerates after 80. This gradual and often subtle weakening is clinically termed sarcopenia. Most individuals don't immediately recognize this decline. It rarely starts with dramatic changes. Instead, it subtly manifests in small, everyday struggles, perhaps finding it increasingly difficult to open stubborn jars, taking longer to stand up comfortably from a favorite chair, or gradually avoiding stairs because they feel just a little bit harder than they used to. The core issue, however, extends far beyond mere strength. Muscle serves as a vital protector of balance, offering essential support to our joints and playing a crucial role in regulating blood sugar levels and maintaining a healthy metabolism. When muscle mass significantly diminishes, the risks of debilitating falls, breaking fragile bones, and the subsequent loss of cherished independence dramatically escalate. Consider the situation of Frank, an 84-year-old man who is renowned for his sharp intellect, his cheerful disposition, and his comfortable ability to live entirely on his own. One ordinary afternoon, he unexpectedly tripped on a rug in his home and tragically broke his hip. Before this incident, he had always perceived himself as steady and fully capable, yet in the challenging aftermath of the fall, he came to the stark realization of how much muscle strength he had subtly, almost imperceptibly, lost over the past few years, strength he had mistakenly believed he still possessed. What makes this muscle loss so particularly dangerous after 80 is its rapid cascading effect on virtually every aspect of life. A single fall can tragically lead to weeks of confinement to bed, which in turn inevitably leads to even greater weakness. This downward spiral often ushers in the need for mobility aids like a walker, symbolizing a painful loss of freedom, and often results in the quiet shrinking of a once vibrant and active life. However, it is crucial to understand that significant muscle loss is not an unchangeable, inevitable consequence of aging. It is a process that can be considerably slowed down and, in many encouraging instances, even demonstrably reversed. Simple, consistent efforts make an enormous difference. Engaging in regular walking, incorporating light weights or resistance bands into your routine a few times each week, ensuring adequate protein intake through your diet, and performing gentle stretches to maintain mobility are all remarkably effective. These seemingly small and consistent efforts accumulate into powerful benefits. The objective is never about aspiring to become a bodybuilder. It is profoundly about staying stable, maintaining graceful mobility, and retaining sufficient strength to continue pursuing the activities that matter most to you, whether that means tending to your beloved garden, confidently navigating the grocery store, or simply having the reliable strength to safely get out of bed each morning. Muscle truly is your body's silent protector. After the age of 80, prioritizing its preservation might just be the single most important action you can take to not only live longer, but to genuinely live a life of quality and purpose. Beyond the physical demands of inflammation and muscle health, another profound area that deeply affects our well-being in later life is the quality of our sleep, which directly impacts both the body and the mind. While sleep patterns naturally evolve as we age, these changes are not always beneficial. Many older adults find themselves struggling to fall asleep, consistently stay asleep through the night, or achieve the deeply restorative rest that is so essential for vitality. After 80, the cumulative effects of chronic poor sleep become much more evident, clearly manifesting in one's physical health, cognitive function, and daily lived experience. You might first notice this deterioration in seemingly minor ways, perhaps a persistent feeling of tiredness throughout the day, a more frequent tendency to forget simple details, or becoming irritated more quickly than usual. Yet, beneath these visible symptoms lies a far deeper, more concerning problem. Our bodies are designed to undergo critical repairs during sleep. The brain diligently clears out accumulated waste products, and the immune system effectively resets itself. When sleep becomes consistently shallow, fragmented, or insufficient, these vital healing processes are significantly disrupted, leading to a decline in overall health. Consider the experience of Alice, an 86-year-old woman who didn't give much thought to waking up 3 or 4 times every night. She simply assumed it was a normal part of aging. However, over time, she began to notice a troubling decline in her memory, a significant drop in her energy levels, and an increased susceptibility to common colds. Her doctor explained that sleep was not merely about feeling rested, but was fundamentally essential for her brain's cognitive strength and her immune system's robust function. Once Alice consciously began to work on improving her sleep habits, meticulously creating a more conducive environment and routine, her mental clarity and physical stamina slowly but surely returned. Many people mistakenly believe they must simply accept poor sleep quality after reaching a certain age, but this perspective is far from entirely accurate. There are surprisingly simple yet highly effective methods to significantly improve sleep. These include establishing a consistent bedtime routine, carefully limiting caffeine and alcohol consumption, ensuring exposure to natural light in the morning hours, and diligently creating a cool, dark, and quiet environment in the bedroom. Even engaging in light physical movement during the day can profoundly help deepen and improve the quality of sleep at night. Especially after 80, genuinely good sleep becomes as critically important as nourishing food or safe, regular movement. It directly influences how clearly you think, how steadily you walk, how strong your immune system remains, and ultimately, how much energy you have to truly enjoy the rich life you have meticulously built over the decades. It's not about achieving a longer duration of sleep, it's about diligently striving for better sleep, and making that pursuit a profound priority might well be one of the wisest investments you can make in your ongoing health and well-being. Finally, we turn our attention to a quiet but pervasive danger that profoundly impacts more people over 80 than is commonly acknowledged: the deep sting of loneliness and the profound loss of daily purpose. This isn't a viral illness or a tangible disease. It is the insidious condition of social isolation. And disturbingly, it doesn't merely inflict emotional pain upon the heart, it demonstrably impacts the body physically too. Numerous scientific studies have powerfully revealed that consistent social isolation and a pervasive lack of daily purpose can, quite astonishingly, shorten life expectancy even more significantly than some chronic physical diseases. As individuals progress deeper into their older years, their world can often shrink. Beloved friends and lifelong companions may pass away, adult children might move far afield for their own lives, and growing physical limitations can make it increasingly difficult to get out and engage with the wider community. Gradually, often without intention, many seniors find themselves spending more and more time profoundly alone, not just physically isolated, but emotionally adrift. Consider the moving case of Bill, an 88-year-old gentleman whose beloved wife had passed 5 years prior. His adult children, having built lives elsewhere, lived in distant states. Bill diligently watched television, prepared his simple meals, and meticulously kept his home tidy, yet he quietly admitted that some days would pass without him exchanging a single word with another human being. What he confessed to missing most wasn't merely noise or endless activity, it was that fundamental feeling of being truly needed, of sensing that someone was genuinely waiting for him, of believing that his continued presence truly mattered to someone else. The very essence of the human heart is innately wired for meaningful connection, and particularly after 80, when traditional social roles often begin to fade, be it from retirement, the cessation of caregiving responsibilities, or declining involvement in neighborhood affairs. What many people ultimately lose is not just regular interaction, but a vital part of their identity. That quiet, unsettling question of why bother getting up today can become overwhelmingly heavy. Over time, this profound emotional burden adversely affects immune system health, disrupts vital brain chemistry, and ultimately erodes the fundamental will to remain active and engaged. However, the discovery or rediscovery of purpose does not have to be a grand or monumental undertaking. It can manifest in the simple yet profound acts, tending to beloved plants, meticulously writing heartfelt notes to loved ones, making a deliberate phone call each morning to check in with someone, diligently feeding the birds, or extending a small act of kindness to a neighbor. The smallest, most consistent actions can meticulously weave rhythm, profound meaning, and unexpected joy back into daily life. And extending a hand, even if it initially feels awkward or uncertain, can very often bring immense light and warmth to both the giver and the receiver. It is crucial to distinguish between peaceful solitude and the crushing weight of loneliness. Finding quiet moments of introspection is undeniably a strength. But when an individual feels genuinely invisible or believes they are utterly unneeded, the body and the spirit will respond accordingly, often negatively. So, if you are currently over 80, or if you care deeply for someone who is, consider asking this profound yet simple question: what genuinely brings you purpose right now? And how can you meticulously protect and nurture that sense of purpose as if it were the most vital medicine? Because in so many powerful ways, it truly is. If you have stayed with us through this entire discussion, take a meaningful moment now for quiet reflection. Let this not be a moment consumed by fear, but rather by profound clarity and understanding. Living vibrantly beyond 80 years old is undeniably a precious gift. Yet the often unspoken truth is that many individuals, unfortunately, do not reach this stage of life in the robust and active health they envision, not because they lacked care or concern for their well-being, but frequently because they simply were unaware of the insidious forces quietly working against them. Issues such as the stealthy presence of internal inflammation, the silent creep of muscle loss, the debilitating impact of chronic poor sleep, and the emotional burden of isolation can incrementally, almost imperceptibly, infiltrate one's life. By the time their full, challenging effects become undeniable, some degree of damage may have already been initiated. However, knowledge is a potent power. The fundamental purpose of this video is not to instill worry or apprehension, but rather to thoughtfully arm you with crucial information. It is intended to serve as a vital reminder that small, consistent changes made over time still possess the remarkable capacity to make a colossal difference. The intentional choices you courageously make this week, this month, and throughout this year hold the power to significantly shape how you move, how clearly you think, and how genuinely joyful you feel throughout your 80s and even further beyond. So, what specific insight resonated with you most profoundly today? Was it the revelation of how inflammation quietly infiltrates without clear warning, or perhaps how precious physical strength can become incredibly fragile without dedicated movement? Perhaps it was the gentle yet powerful reminder that restful sleep is far more than mere unconsciousness, or that cultivating emotional connection is truly as fundamentally important as any prescribed medication. Whatever stood out to you, please do not allow it to remain merely abstract information. Let this powerful knowledge be a true turning point in your life, inspiring a firm decision to continually show up for your remarkable body, your brilliant mind, and your unique purpose. Aging gracefully is not about gradually fading away. It is profoundly about dedicated focusing. It's about thoughtfully choosing what genuinely matters most in this stage of life, fiercely protecting those precious elements, and gracefully allowing the non-essentials to gently fall away. You have absolutely earned the invaluable right to live this stage of your life with profound wisdom, enduring strength, and an unwavering sense of peace. Do not settle for anything less than this magnificent possibility. Thank you for joining us today on this important journey of understanding and empowerment. We eagerly look forward to continuing this vital conversation with you in our next video.